One of the most memorable has to be one of the very first feature stories that I did for Champion. So that was on a girl named Lauren Hill. She was a 19-year-old basketball player who was a freshman at Mount St. Joseph's, a Division III school in Cincinnati. And she was diagnosed right before her freshman year with an inoperable brain tumor. She only had months to live, but she really wanted to be able to play in her first college basketball game. Her team actually worked with the NCAA to get that first game moved up by 2 weeks so that she would have a better chance of being able to play. Ended up she was able to play in that game on November 2nd, 2014. And it was just such a special day. Everybody was there to see this 19-year-old girl who they play in her first college basketball game, make her dream come true. And Mount St. Joseph's had designed a play that from the first, their goal was to get the tip and then get Lauren to shoot the first basket and make the first points of the game. And they got it to her, and she ran down the court, and she was able to make that layup, and just the crowd erupted. It was so special to be able to witness that, and I'll never forget that moment of sitting there on courtside and getting to see that.
All the photographers were on the baseline on the right-hand side, and when a lefty is coming up for a layup, I was really concerned that if she went up for a left-hand layup, all you were going to see is this, and you're not going to be able to see actually the shot unless you get it at the right moment, right before she covers her face. So at the last moment, I actually kind of like snuck in, got out of the photographer's area, snuck in with the cheerleaders, and ended up photographing it kind of across the court. You basically could see her do the layup unobstructed. You had kind of the bench in the background, and luckily it worked out really well.
I knew that it would be a pretty tight turnaround after the game, especially since there were so many news outlets that were paying attention to this game, and they were going to be getting their stories out too. We wanted to be right there with them. I just had this instinct, okay, let's focus in, let's really zone in on that play. And I would start the story with that, and then do probably the first, the third, and the fifth section. I kind of was like, I'm going to write that right after the game. I'll crank those out. But beforehand, I could write the second and the fourth section, which was kind of the background about Lauren. I got to meet Lauren a couple days before her big game, and I remember going to the Mount St. Joseph's campus, and I got it. Once I sat down with her and talked with her face to face, it's like there's no question of why she's been so inspiring. And I just think that she had this determination about her to make the most of her situation, the cards that she was dealt. It was a whole group effort to get this story out there. We had a beautiful design. Our designers did an incredible job really taking the photos that Jamie Schwaberow got at the Cinta Center, really captured the moment there, and just made it a beautiful package that we could be really proud of.